Greetings, people of Earth. Welcome back. My name is Jax, and today, bless you, respectfully. So, um, I grew up in a religion, Christian, Methodist, whatever you want to say. I no longer sort of adhere to everything as a strict Christian. I take the good that I like from it. I, use the lessons. I believe a lot of the tenets and stuff, but I really left the church kind of really when I was like 12 or 13 years old, and I became a pretty staunch atheist. And so when people would say, "Oh, bless you," or would sort of hoist their religion on me, I'd get really offended and I'd get really annoyed. And I'd just be like, "No, I'm not religious. Like, don't be pushing this on me." And to a degree, I'm still a little bit like that, because when you push your religion on someone, it's not the vibe. It's not cool. But I've always had this little issue with when people were like, "Oh, bless you," Jesus is smiling on you, whatever. And I'm spiritual now, and I have my own sort of faith-based moral compass and many things like that, and I have beliefs about where we go and stuff like that. But I've never been able to shake this annoyance with people who are overtly religious, and it's not like they're doing it for themselves. They're very much doing it for other people, and they're very much like, "Look at me, look how religious I am. You're bad because you're not as religious as I am, or you don't follow the same church as I do, blah, 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 blah." But recently I was thinking about just the idea of saying to someone "Oh, bless you," "Oh, good for you," whatever. And when people do that, I think they're really coming from a good place. I think it's not necessarily, it's not an issue and it's not a problem. Being gay and religious, you tend to grow up with this little, I don't know if you'd call it a chip on your shoulder, or if you would just, a lot of gay people have an aversion to religion and they're not interested in it because religion wasn't there for them when they needed it. And a lot of religions talk about helping people through difficult times and being there for someone and being supportive and loving them and loving who they are and their soul and, their divine creation. And yet a lot of religions treat LGBT people with disgust and with hatred and bigotry. And when a gay person is coming out of the closet, they are most vulnerable and most in need of support and love. And religious people have slammed the door on many, many people who have expressed this vulnerability. Coming out to someone is an immense moment of vulnerability, and a lot of religious people become so hypocritical and just meet that vulnerability with hate. And so as a result, a lot of gay people have a problem with religion, and I totally understand that, and I shared that for a long time. But like I said, recently when someone has said "Oh, bless you," or "God bless," or whatever, "Merry Christmas," whatever, I've began to just take it as a compliment, as a nice thing that they're saying. They're not trying to convert me. They're not trying to pray the gay away. They're not trying to, they're just expressing something that is meaningful to them in a meaningful way. And I think that's important. I think it's a sign that maybe that chip on my shoulder or that hesitation I have with formal organized religion is maybe disappearing a bit, and I'm becoming healed and renewed and reborn and whatever you want to say. But I don't know. I just think it's kind of interesting. You still see those TikToks and stuff, and I still get comments on my TikTok about "Find Jesus," "Oh, I hope you're saved," and I just sort of have to roll my eyes and laugh, because some people will always be hypocritical, and being religious is no exemption from that. But I'm beginning to feel like I'm over it, feel like I'm finally past that point in my life where I feel insecure or frustrated by those kinds of comments and those kinds of opinions and beliefs and etc. I don't really know what the point of this video was. It was basically just to talk about it and to kind of explain why I feel a lot more comfortable around organized religion now. I don't really take part in a whole lot of it. Now and then, if a friend invites me, of course, I'm interested in learning new things and You know, a lot of the songs are beautiful and the architecture, and, you know, religion has contributed some good. Obviously, it's contributed a lot of problematic stuff, but I feel like a lot of religious people are being a little more sensitive to the idea that not everybody is born the same way and not everybody has the same interests or beliefs, and that is okay. Obviously, there's still a lot to go and like a lot of progress that still needs to be made, but I don't know. I think feeling more comfortable around that kind of stuff is a good sign, because it just means that maybe I am far enough removed from the difficulties of teenage years that it doesn't really affect me anymore. So let me know your thoughts. I don't know. When someone says like bless you or something, what do you think? I think it's probably a lot more common in America. Like up here in Canada, people are pretty private with their religion, whereas I feel like in the US, people are very overtly religious and they're very quick to shove it in your face. So maybe you have a completely different experience if you're from the United States or from a different country entirely. If you grew up in a country that is like a Muslim majority country, maybe that's different. Maybe in a Jewish country, it's different as well. I don't know. Or a Buddhist or Hindu. You know, there are a lot of religions out there, and I feel like each one kind of expresses its religiosity in a very different way. So I don't know. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Anyway, as always, I hope you have an amazing day, week, month, year, century, whatever you're gonna have. Hope you have it's great. Hope it's going great. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll talk to you tomorrow.